Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Welcome to Meta News. I'm your host, Blanco, reporting for Meta News from the Blanco's business segment, providing Horizon World members with unique information for incorporating your business. Tonight's topic, we're still working on the business template, and we're in the section of quality control now. So today, we will start with breaking down the things that your business plan needs to outline inside of the quality control area, and we're going to move into the locations, the legal environment, the inventory, as well as suppliers and vendors section. So beginning with quality control. In this section, you're basically going to tell your readers, whoever's reading your plan, how you will measure your equality, the type of quality you plan on presenting and how you will measure it. And that will refer to your services or your products. Your quality control will determine how well you deliver these services or products, and therefore, in this section, you will explain into the particular reader, whether it's like I say, it's an investor, or if it's a bank, or or anyone that you're trying to get support from or from. You will let them know how safe your deliveries will be if you're dealing with a project, if you're dealing with batches of product or products, or like I said, if it's just services, you'll tell how you're delivering those services and how you will protect the delivery of those services, whether it's dealing with privacy or whether it's dealing with like something like medical products or whatever. They have to follow different criterions, and but all the same is dealing with measuring the quality of how you're going to deliver the products or services. And then the next part of the segment we'll deal with locations. In most cases, companies want you to have a physical location, and even though we're moving into the into the digital divide, which is virtual reality, still physical locations is important for the corporate world. So they want you to include details of the size of your locations, where you're located at. They want to know if you're renting, what your cost is going to be. And anytime you're dealing with a location, you're going to have maintenance costs, utility costs, insurance, and all kind of remodeling expenses. And they want to know what type of expenses are you going to have, because that's going to really deal with your overall budget, and it's going to deal with your financing statement month to month to see how you're handling your funds. And that's really gonna help them understand your debt ratio to see how you will be able to repay back any type of debt if you do some type of debt financing. And these sections are very important because it outlines what your debt outflow is going to be. And then next is the legal environment. You need to know what type of legal environment that you're going to be in. So if you're in insurance, they have different requirements. If you're in law, different requirements. If you're just dealing with consumer products, they have different requirements. And these requirements will have you outline things as what type of licenses or permits you may have to have. If you need to trademark and have copyrights in place. Definitely what type of insurance coverage your business is going to have. And let's say if you're dealing with environmental requirements, like if you have a laundromat or anything dealing with environmental regulations, you have to show them in this area legally how you will deal with these things. Then next you have your inventory, and the inventory is going to deal with it would deal with the details on the type of inventory that you plan on having. Once again, you can have products or you can have services. You can have medical grade products or you can just have non-medical grades. But whatever it is, you're going to talk about what type of inventory that you will have. So let's just say you provided a service. So your inventory will probably be, your database. And in this day and time, databases are most important. And that could be an inventory. You got to tell what type of investment it takes to get this type of inventory, whatever inventory you're going to have. You have to show what type of investment or what part of the investment that is going to start this business goes into the inventory. You tell, what is the turnover rate. So if you have an inventory of, like, say, t-shirts, and you're going to determine how many times you got to buy t-shirts to replenish turnover rate. You have to your business have for your inventory. How this will affect your annual business, because sometimes you have companies like tax service work during enough money to take care of them until the next season. You're gonna let them know what your inventory turnover rate may be, and this will affect your annual business operations. Outline. So when you outline how much your inventory will turn over, you will understand how to order, or you'll be able to let the reader know how you'll be ordering your products, because in this case it will lead you to learn about net 30, net 60, net 90s, which means that you may have a window. If you order inventory, you have 30 days to pay for it. You may have 60 days to pay for it, or 90 days to pay for it, and this helps you understand what your inventory turnover rate should be based on your financing to replenish that inventory. And then they're gonna want to know, where do you store your inventory? If you store it, they're gonna want to know where it's at, because they're lenders. They're lending money, or they're trying to gauge other costs you may have. And last but not least, for this evening on the plan, we're gonna talk about suppliers and vendors. Your key supplier. You're gonna get the following information on your vendor. They're gonna want to know the name and address and the websites of the vendors that you use, because they verify these things that your company is professing to have vendors, or your supplier. They're going to want to know what inventory furnished by these vendors. And they're going to want to know what credit or from these guys, or what type of credit you're getting from them, and how they deliver the policies that you're doing with them. And they're going to want to know about the history and the reliability of these particular vendors. And they want to know if you're going to have any backup suppliers for emergencies in case these vendors go out of business or anything was to happen. And last but not least, they're going to want to know the payment terms. And that's what I was referring to earlier when I said that you could have payment terms of net 30, net 60, net 90. And these are payment terms, whereas you can get your inventory ordered, but you only have a certain amount of days, like 30 days or 60 days or 90 days to pay them back. So at this point, that ends today's topics, and we want to thank you for making Meta News your choice for business news and Horizon Worlds. And we thank you, and you can follow us on Instagram and YouTube channel.